So good day, my name is Lyndon Carinas. We are the Group 10. So give us time to share to you our handmade soap, which is the Kardashian soap, together with Mr. Joshua Tugda and Mr. Rina Chris Abuso. Do you love using natural and aromatic soap that is gentle on your skin and the environment? Have you ever wondered how to make your own soap at home? If you answered yes to any of these questions, then this video is for you. Soap making is a fun and rewarding hobby that always to customize your soap with your favorite ingredients, scents, and colors. You can also create beautiful gifts for your friends and family, or even start your own soap business. In this video, we will show you how to make soap using the cold press method, which involves mixing lye and all ingredients and letting them cure for several weeks. These methods produce a smooth and creamy soap that can be customized with various designs. So here is the benefits that you will get to our handmade soap. One, we have here the rich in vitamin E and A, which protect your skin from free radicals and premature aging. Next is the antibacterial and can reduce breakouts. Next has antimicrobial properties that can help fight the acne-causing bacteria. Lastly has anti-inflammatory properties that can help soothe the irritated skin and moisturizing properties. Here is our design in our handmade soap. We have the soap bags, or which is the packaging, as you can see in the screen. So let's go to the objectives. One, to be able to explain the rule of oils in soap making. Two, to be able to explain the rule of NaOH, which is the lye in soap making. 3, to be able to identify the types of fatty acids present in the soap receipt. Number 4, to be able to briefly explain the role of fatty acids present in the soap receipt. 5, to be able to share the correct way of mixing the NaOH, which is the lye and water. 6, to be able to explain the term of superfatting. 7, to be able to cite the importance of superfatting in soap. 8, to be able to defend the types of oils used in soap making. Number 9, to be able to explain what is saponification. 10, to be able to cite the importance of saponification in soap making. And lastly, to be able to tell the products formed during saponification. So, here is the materials needed to make in our handmade soap. So we have here the white cloth, the castor oil, olive oil, sunflower oil, palm oil, and virgin coconut oil. We have phenoxyethanol liquid, cucumber extract, and lemon pure scent. We have cell phone, ball pen, plastic bag, notebook, soap molder. We have spatula, dishwashing liquid, gloves, paper box, dropper, graduated cylinder, baker, stick blender, We have the plastic spoon, pitcher, paper towel, steamer, sponge, niacinamide, pocket scale, face mask, stirring rod, NaOH, which is the lye, distilled water, and lastly is the love gun.
Good day everyone, I am Miracle sa Puso and I am going to discuss the procedure and how the Kardashian soap made. So here are the procedure. First, you will prepare all the ingredients and laboratory glassware and also equipment. You will use gloves, face mask, long sleeves and closed shoes while doing this lab activity. And the second here is sterilize your pre-washed towel for soap installation process through steaming. You will use the steamer provided by the instructor to sterilize the cloth and steam it for at least 15 minutes only. And secure the sterilized towel in a clean plastic. The third is clean the soap molders, containers, and glassware with dishwashing liquid or paste. For the final rinse, you will use distilled water to remove impurities and you will use paper towel for wiping. The fourth procedure here is measure and combine 300 ml of palm oil, 60 ml of coconut oil, 90 ml of castor oil, and 60 ml of olive oil, and another 60 ml of sunflower oil. Set it aside in a larger and clean plastic container or you can use pitcher. And fifth, measure 217 milliliters of distilled water using graduated cylinder or beaker. 6 is weigh 800 grams of NaOH using a pocket weighing scale. And next here is slowly add NaOH to the distilled water while gently stirring until the NaOH is fully dissolved and the liquid is clear. Let it cool down for a few minutes and 6 minutes is advisable. Next here is slowly and gently pour the NaOH water into your oil mixture. Pulse the stick blender a few times and watch the oils and the NaOH start to combine. Switch it up. Short pulses and stirring with the blender until the mixture come together and a light grease. The next is working quickly, stir and do not blend in the essential oils or fragrance oil. 1 drop of the phenolcetanol and other additives. Next here is once your soap reaches about medium trace, pour it into your mold. Scrape it in the container using plastic spatula to ensure no soap is left behind. Tap the molds on your table and a counter release and any trapped air. So the next is insulate the molder by covering it with a sterilized cloth to allow the soap to sit in the molder for at least 48 to 72 hours or 2 to 3 days at room temperature. Next here is unmold the soap or cut it into bars if you are not using a soap molder. Weigh a sample for its initial weight and allow to cure for 7 to 10 days, then weigh a sample again to see if there is any changes in terms of weights and after the curing process. Pack the soap with your desired soap packaging and the soaps should be ready to be used after curing process.
Good day everyone, I am Joshua A. Tugdang. Today I will be answering these 11 following questions in making a soap and General Biochemistry. So let's begin. So number 1 question is, what is the role of oils in soap making? Oils are essential component of soap making. They are used to create the fatty acid that react with life to form a soap. The oils used in soap making can be divided into 2 categories. 1 is hard oils and 2 is soft oils. Hard oils are solid at room temperature and include coconut oil and palm oil, while soft oils are liquid at room temperature and include olive oil and sunflower oil. Each oil has its own unique properties that affect the final product. For example, coconut oil produces a hard bar of a soap with a lot of lather, while olive produces a softer bar with less lather. Number 2. What is the role of NaOH or lye in a soap making? Lye, also known as sodium hydroxide, is used in soap making to create a process called saponification. This process breaks down the oil and fats into molecules of soap. The lye is used up during this process and there is none left in the final product. Saponification is the chemical reaction that occurs when the lye is combined with oils and fats to create soap. Lye plays a crucial role in soap making as it is the key ingredient that initiates the process of saponification. So number 3, identify types of fatty acid present in your soap recipe. The types of fatty acid present in our soap recipe are olive oil that contains oxalic acid, sunflower oil that contains linoleic acid, castor oil contains ricinucleic acid, palm oil that contains palmitic acid and oxalic acid, and virgin coconut oil that contains lauric acid, myristic acid, caprylic acid, capric acid, oxalic acid, and linoleic acid. Number 4 question. Briefly explain the role of fatty acid present in your soap recipe. Fatty acids are components of oils and fats that react with a base to form a soap molecules. There are 8 fatty acids that are commonly used in soap making. 4 of them are saturated and 4 are unsaturated. The fatty acid in soap determine the qualities of a soap such as cleansing, lather, hardness, and containing. Lauric acid is a great in soap making. This fatty acid adds to the hardness, cleansing property as well as fluffy lather. The distribution of unsaturated and saturated fatty acid determines that hardness, aroma, cleansing, lather, and moisturizing abilities of soaps. Number 5. Share the correct way of mixing NaOH or lye and water. When mixing lye and water, it's important to follow safety guidelines, like always wear gloves and goggles, use a lab gown to protect your skin, and here's the correct way to mix lye and water. First is measure the lye and water separately. Second, slowly pour the lye into the water while stirring constantly. Third, stir until the lye is completely dissolved. And last, number 4, allow the mixture to cool before using it in your soap recipe. Question number 6. Explain the term superfatting. So, superfatting is the process of adding extra oils or fats to a soap recipe. This is done to ensure that there is no lye left over in the final product. Superfatting can also make the soap more moisturizing and nourishing to the skin. Question number 7. Cite the importance of superfatting in soap. Superfatting is an important step in soap making because it can make the soap more moisturizing and nourishing for the skin. When the lye reacts with the oils or fats, it creates soap molecules and glycerin. In a regular soap recipe, all the available lye is used up during saponification, leaving no extra oils or fats to moisturize the skin. Superfatting can help ensure that there is no lye left over in the final product. In addition to making the soap more moisturizing, superfatting can also improve the quality of lather and reduce the amount of time it takes for soap to go rancid. Question number 8. Defend the types of oils that you use in your soap. So the type of oils that we use in our soap is sunflower oil, olive oil, palm oil, castor oil, and virgin coconut oil. Because they are commonly used in soap making and they have different properties and contribution to the final product. For example, sunflower oil is high in vitamin E and has a light texture that makes it great for use in soap. Olive oil is a staple in many soap recipes because it is gentle on the skin and produces a mild soap. Palm oil is used in soap making because it produces a hard bar of soap that lathers well. Castor oil is used in soap making because it produces a rich and creamy lather. Virgin coconut oil is used in soap making because it produces a hard bar of soap that lathers well and has a high cleansing ability. So question number 9. What is saponification? So saponification is the chemical reaction that occurs during the soap making process in which the building blocks of fats and oil reacts with the lye to form soap. The word saponification means turning into soap from the root word sapo, which is Latin for soap. The product of the saponification reacts are glycine and soap. Question number 10. Cite the importance of saponification in soap making. Saponification is an essential step in soap making because it is the process that turns oil and fats into soap. Without saponification, the oils and fats would not be transformed into soap, and the final product would not have the cleansing properties that make soap so useful. And lastly, question number 11. What are the products formed during saponification? So, to simply answer this question, the product of the saponification reactions are glycerin and soap. And that would be all. Thank you.
So here is our conclusion. Based on our observations and findings during and after the experiment, the group therefore concludes that we made lye soap from sodium hydroxide and olive oil, castor oil, sunflower oil, virgin coconut oil, palm oil via the saponification reaction. We learned that soap making is a technique that involves mixing of water, a solution formed from fats or oils. The saponification reaction breaks the oil or fat molecule into glycerin and a sodium or potassium salt of the long hydrocarbon chains that have a carboxylate and functional group. We tested various fats and oils for their degree of saturation by reacting any double bonds in the fats or oil with bromine. We found that the more double bonds, the more likely the fat or oil will be liquid at room temperature. We added fragrance to our soap to make it more appealing and personalized. We observed that our soap mixture slowly became smoother and thick to a pudding-like consistency after stirring. We poured our soap into molds and let it cure for several days. We evaluate our soap based on its appearance, textures, smells, flutter, and cleaning ability. This experiment demonstrates the basic principles and techniques of soap making. It also showed us how different factors such as the types of fat or oil, the concentration of sodium hydroxide, the temperature, the stirring time, the additives, and the water quality can affect the properties and performance of soap. Soap making is a useful skill that can be applied for personal hygiene, household cleaning, or even business purposes. However, soap making also has some challenges and limitations such as the safety hazards of handling sodium hydroxide and the environmental impact of disposing wastewater and glycerin. The variability and quality control of homemade soap and the legal regulations and standards for commercial soap production. That's all. Thank you.